In this video, we're going to go from SQL to UML. Here's the demo database that we opened up last time. And again, there are a lot of tables in this database. We're going to just focus on three. We're going to focus on customer, orders, and employee. We're going to draw the UML for customer, orders, and employee and see how we can use the UML to find potential queries. The first thing we're going to do is get the data language for each of these three tables. When you translate SQL to UML, you're going to have a much smaller database that has less tables in it. So you won't need to go through every single one. Instead, you can click on the database itself and go to the DDL tab, and you can get all of the tables all in one. Since a lot of this information we won't need for this example, we're just going to look at three. I'm going to do those three one by one. So we have the orders table. We're going to go ahead and highlight that and copy it. Open a notepad file. And paste it in. We're going to do the same thing for employee and customer. The DDL shows us all of the attributes in the table. These attributes are the most important part of the UML that we're making. Now that we have these in a notepad file, we don't really need the database open anymore. Now we're going to draw the UML for these things, and I'm going to shorten some of the attributes. I'm not going to do every single one, specifically for orders, because it has so many attributes. Let's do orders first. In UML, the basic shapes are a giant square that represents a table. The name of the table goes in the top part of the square, and then the attributes of the table go in bullet points under the name. So in this case, we have order number, customer number, sale date, ship date, employee number, I'll just say ship address. We're not going to go through all the shipping address. We're just going to do ship address. Items total. Amount paid. All of these are attributes of the orders table. What UML helps us to do is to write out multiple tables so that we can see how they're related. So now let's do the employee table. This one has less attributes, so I'm going to do it all. We have the employee number, last name, first name, phone extension, hire date, and salary. And finally, we're going to do the customer table. Yeah, let's move that up. We have Cusno, which is customer number, company, address 1, address 2, city, and state. Here's where the really powerful part of UML comes in. We notice that the employee number and orders, emp_no, will link up to the emp_no and employee. We will then draw a line between the two. We can also see that the cusno of orders links up to the cusno of customers. Let's redraw that. Why this is helpful is it allows us to have a visual representation of how we can link information from the various tables. So let's say we wanted to do an SQL query between customer and employee. Well, in order to do that, we'd have to do a select, and let's say we wanted all the information about customers and employees. We'd have to do customer natural join employee natural join orders. And I'm sorry, I mixed those two up. It'll be customers natural join orders, natural join employee. That would list all the information here. If we didn't want all the information, we could filter by any of the categories using where, or we could just select company and last name. So we could see all of the times that every employee by last name sold to a specific company that is the customer. All right. That's how you go from an SQL database to UML. I'm also our next video will show you how to go from an idea of a database into UML so that you can then create the SQL for it.